What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to do something that's going to be pretty fun. So what we're doing today is we're going to be unboxing, putting together, and doing an overall demonstration of a very inexpensive outdoor/indoor movie screen. Now this projector screen is a pretty good value because based off of reviews, it's portable, which is always good. It's easy to set up, which is also really good. The screen quality is supposed to look pretty good, so that's number 3. And number 4, it's less than $80. So if you happen to be looking for an inexpensive movie screen to take outdoors when you're having like family movie night, or maybe you'll use it at say family parties where you want to portray family videos or pictures up on a large screen, or maybe you're going to use it more like me where I'm going to set it up probably in the garage, and when I have buddies over we can watch football games outside and barbecue outside and have a good time. So without further ado, let's jump in and check out this movie screen and see what it's all about. Now you want to be careful when you're using a razor blade to open it up so that you're not damaging anything. So don't go very deep. I'm just gently cutting the tape. Okay, so we got it open. Let's pull the bag out of the box. Okay, let's take the outer bag off. Okay, so as you can see here, it comes in a nice pouch. The entire screen and frame and tie downs and everything you need is in this little pouch, which is really good for portability. Let's get out the measuring tape and get a general size. So I'd say probably about 31 to 32 inches long. Again, only about maybe 7 inches wide and maybe about 4 inches high. So as far as this particular projector screen being portable, so far, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a thumbs up for portability. Let's move on to opening it up and let's see what's inside. Okay, so opening it up, looks like you have a couple water bags or sandbags, depending on how you wanna use them. You have your screen in a packaged bag like this. You have some sleeves for your frame. We'll set that aside. You have some tent stakes like this that you're gonna use if you're gonna be using the tie down straps. So we'll set those aside. Here are the actual tether straps here that you will use to strap this to the ground if you're using this outdoors. We'll set that aside. Here's your instructions. Here's some more sleeves right here. Here's some other information about the screen. We'll set that aside. Okay, and let's see here. Everything comes nice and strapped like so. We're gonna take out this set of framing pipes there. Then we're gonna take out that set of framing pipes. Okay, here's your first base. And here is your second base. So let's get all this out of the way. Okay, so as you can see here, that's everything that comes in the pouch. You have your frame pipes right here. You have your 2 bases. You have your sleeves in these 2 bags here. You have your screen, and then you have your weight bags here for water or sand or whatever you're gonna put in them. And then you have your tethering straps with your tie down stakes there as well. As far as the instructions go, it looks pretty easy. So let me start getting some of this opened up and we'll be right back. Okay, so far this is pretty simple and easy. The instructions make it very simple. You're gonna start with your top and bottom bar here, which is the longer pole. So you're gonna get out the bars that are labeled A, in the sleeves labeled D. So what you're gonna do is do A, D, A, D, A, D, A. You're gonna do that twice, that's your top and bottom bar. Then your side bars are labeled right here like that. So it's gonna be B, D, which is the sleeve, B, and then you're gonna use F, which is a T right here, okay? Like that. And then C is the bottom. Now on the bottom part here, marked C, you want the open hole right here to be at the bottom because that's what's gonna slide over your base here, and you're gonna put a pin through the bottom to hold this pipe to that base. So once you do that, next thing we gotta do is unpackage our screen. Then we're gonna be sliding the top and bottom long post here through the sleeve of the screen Let me go do that and we'll be right back for the next step. Okay, we are done. That's what it looks like. So this is a 125-inch diagonal outdoor/indoor movie screen. It is designed to be a 16:9 format for a lot of your widescreen movies, which, let's face it, most media out there is pretty much in a 16:9 format. So this is already designed for that. So as you can see here, that's a very nice big screen. Very simple to put together. Remember, we did the top bar, which was the A's and D's, top and bottom, slid them through the sleeve across the top and through the sleeve across the bottom. Then we took the side bars, which was the B, the D, which is a sleeve, another B, and then the F, which is the T, and then the C post right here gets mounted to the bottom plate with a little bolt and wing nut at the bottom, which does come with this package, so you're all good to go there. And then your bottom bar here plugs into the T right there. And then you will get 2 elbows. So your top bar connects to this side of the elbow. Your side bar here connects to that side of the elbow. Now you want to make sure when you're putting this screen together that this loop right here, okay, that loop right there is towards the top, because that's what you're going to be hooking up your tethering straps to when you tether strap this to the bottom. Now again, this is a very tall screen, so I'm 6'3", and let me just say, I could barely touch the top of the screen. In my typical arm length, I could touch an 8-foot high ceiling. So I would say roughly from the ground to the top is roughly 8 feet. So this is a very big screen. So just make sure if you're ordering this that you have the space for it. Now this works really good in my garage because again, I could put it up and put it down very easily. Now over here, again, we still have the tethering straps here. So we have those. You have tent stakes right here if you're staking this into the ground. You also have these little water bags here that you can fill up with water to lay down on the bases for added weight. Now I didn't want to go through the hassle of filling those up right now because I don't really need them. I just had some extra little bricks that I had laying around the yard, and I just laid those down on here as well because that'll keep it nice and stable. Now, as far as the screen quality goes, I mean, you can see right here, it's very thin, but it's flexible. So I imagine wind will be able to pass through this a little bit, but keep in mind, even if wind can pass through this a little bit, you want to be careful with this screen outdoors if it's windy outside. So if I was going to be setting this up outside, I would definitely be using these tethering straps here. Okay, so you're going to do basically like a tent. You're going to take one strap down to the back over here with a stake. Another strap's going to come down to the front with a stake on both sides, and then you're going to want to put some weight on the bases. That way it'll stop it from wanting to pull back or pull forward or move it all on a windy day. Right now, it's just sitting up against the wall with the bricks on the base plates here, holding it in position. Seems to be fine here. So this is primarily what I'll be using it as. And what I'll do is I'll probably just set up my projector out here on like a coffee table or a little TV tray. And then I'll just plug like an Amazon Fire Stick or something like that into my projector. That way, if I want to watch football games out here, I can. Or if I want to watch movies out here, we can. But again, on nights where my kids want to bring some friends over and want to have an outdoor movie night, I can always take this, set it out in the field over here, run an extension cord over for my projector, and let the kids have a fun outdoor movie night. So far, I do like this screen. Again, it's not the highest quality screen out there, but again, this is not meant to be the highest quality screen out there. This is meant to be a portable projector screen. So again, you want to be careful where you're setting it up as, because as you can see here, I got a little bit of dirt on it already because I was setting it up in my garage. I did go ahead and sweep my floor with a broom before I set this up, but you know how it goes. There's always dirt somewhere. And because that's a white cloth style screen, it will pick up dirt. So just be careful when you're setting this up that you're setting it up somewhere where you're not dragging it in the dirt or the mud. But overall, the screen is very flexible, as you can see here, very flexible screen, which is good because it will allow the screen to move if it's blowing in the wind a little bit. So I'm pretty happy with it so far. It goes up pretty easy. Again, I probably had this up in literally 5 minutes. Doesn't take that long to do. Very easy to take down. You're basically just pulling the posts out of the sleeves, taking all the posts and sleeves down, rolling up your screen, unbolting the bases from the bottom there, and just tucking it all into your carrying pouch here. So very, very nice, very easy to put together, very easy to take down. Now I know when I say 125 inches diagonally, a lot of you are going to understand what that is, but a lot of you might not. So just to give you a general idea on the size of the screen, I'm going to try to measure it with my measuring tape. So as far as the screen goes, you're about 64 inches tall. So the screen height is a little over 5 feet tall. Okay. And roughly about 9 feet long. So you're a little over 5 feet tall by a little over 9 feet wide. So that should give you a pretty good idea of how big this screen is. It's 125 inches diagonally, but as far as the screen size goes, it's roughly 5 by 9. So hopefully that helps some of you out when you're trying to figure out if you have room for this. But as far as the overall height, the top of this is roughly 8 feet off the ground. So this is a pretty big screen, but that's awesome because if you're trying to have an outdoor movie night or you're trying to watch a sports game in the garage with the buddies, having a big screen is really nice. You just have to make sure you get the right projector that's going to work with this. If you don't have a lot of space, you want to make sure you're looking at a short throw projector because they will project a larger image on a very minimal distance from the screen. I actually happen to have a really good short throw projector down in my basement for my golf simulator and theater room down there, but I also have a backup projector for this type of purpose here that's not a short throw projector. So for example, from this wall here to out here is about 19 to 20 feet. Now I don't know exactly where I'm gonna have to put my projector in order to fill this screen, but I assume it's gonna have to be a good 15 feet away from the screen, probably in this general area right here, to be able to fill that size screen because I'm not using a short throw projector. A short throw projector could probably sit right here and fill that whole screen. But because my backup projector that I'll be using is not a short throw projector, it'll probably have to be further back here to fill that screen. But I'll wait till later tonight when it gets dark out. I'll pull my projector out here, we'll plug it in, we'll put it up on the screen, and we'll test it out. But for now, I just wanted to show you how it comes packaged so that you know what it will look like when you receive it, what's actually inside when you open up the carrying bag, and then how easy it is to put it together. Again, it's very simple and easy. It should only take you about 5 minutes to put it together once you get the hang of all the pieces and how they all go together. But so far, very nice screen quality. And again, it's gonna work perfect in my garage, but for those of you that plan on using this outdoors, I 100% recommend you need to use these tethering straps on both sides. You're gonna run one strap to the back, one strap goes to the front over here, and you're gonna do that on both sides. That way it won't move in the wind. So I'm just gonna leave it in the garage like this for now. Then later on tonight, I'm gonna come out, hook up my projector, and we're gonna try out this screen in the dark. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. Okay, so it's getting evening time. I brought the screen outdoors, out in my yard here, right across from the driveway. I put the tethering straps on. The tethering straps are just gonna hook up top in that loop at the top, and you're gonna strap them down and anchor them at the bottom, just like that. And then you're gonna use this little clip here, all right? You're gonna basically tug down on that, which is going to put more tension at the top on both sides. So that's basically what you want it to look like. Okay. And then I just have a couple bricks on the bases. And as you can see here, I mean, it wiggles a little bit, but you can always put more tension by tightening these down, but you want to make sure you tighten them on both sides so it's not waving back and forth. Luckily, the weather got a little nicer and the wind calmed down and it's not so bad of a windy night. So tonight's actually a pretty good night to test this out. So I have this set up right here and then garage is over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to put my projector out here on a TV tray, just run an extension cord over, and see how this looks later tonight. So I'm gonna let it get a little bit darker and then I'm gonna set up the projector and we're gonna test it out and see how well it does. So far, setting it up outside, as you can see, it looks really good. Again, you wanna make sure when you're setting this up outside, you're not doing it on a bad weather night to where it's a lot of wind and rain or anything like that, because it will start to blow it around. It's very lightweight. We're talking about very thin aluminum poles. You are strapping it down and you are putting weights down at the bottom, but keep in mind, it's a big flat screen, so enough wind will tug and pull at it and could cause damage. You just want to make sure you're setting this up outdoors on a nice evening to where it's not very windy, and you should be fine. But again, this is a nice tall screen. It looks really good so far. It straps down real nice. Again, it's pretty sturdy, so I'm pretty happy with all that. Again, for around $79, you can't ask for much more. So let's wait till it gets a little darker out, and we'll come outside with the projector and we'll test it out and see how it looks. We'll be back here shortly. Okay, here we go. Check it out. All right, so there we go there. So far, this looks really good. This video is actually on my YouTube channel of when I went to my last truck show, which I believe was last year, called Trucks of the Hollow. Again, I still have to get the projector leveled correctly for this screen because my yard is on a slight downward slant. So you want to make sure when you're setting this screen up that you're doing it on primarily a level area. If not, you probably do want to make sure you're leveling the screen by just putting like a brick or a couple blocks underneath the actual base of one of the sides to level the screen. For this demonstration, I did not level my screen. I just stuck it out in the yard and I anchored it down. But here you go. Right here is a large 5x9 outdoor projection screen. Now the projector that I'm using is a high definition projector. If you're interested in checking out this projector that I'm using, I really like it. It's very inexpensive. It's under $200, but it's a really great value for that price because you get a lot of really nice high-end features. And I'll put a link in the description of this projector, but the screen is pretty good. Let's get a closer look. And here we go right here. And again, this is pretty much a 5x9 screen. And as you can see, the picture looks really good. Even when you're looking at it from a side view here, it looks really, really good. Let's go over here. Now, I don't even have the brightness on this projector up all the way, and it looks really, really nice. I mean, if you happen to look up in the sky, you can see a star right there, but it is a very clear, beautiful night out. It's probably about 50 degrees. It's a very nice evening as far as weather goes. So I don't have any wind pushing on the screen or making it wave or anything like that. So these anchors that I showed you earlier that anchor the front and back down are definitely recommended to use when you're setting up this projection screen outdoors. And then you want to make sure you're putting some weights down on the bottom here, whether you use those water bags or you use bricks or something like that. But overall, this looks really good and I'm really happy with it. Let's back up a little bit. I mean, I am probably easily a good 25, 30 feet away from the screen. And it looks really good. That was a fun day there. I was in this guy's truck with a bunch of subs and it was literally blowing my hair. It was crazy. But overall, the screen quality looks really good. I'm really pleased with it. I mean, again, for under $80, you can't ask for much more. Okay, but as you can see here, I do have a National Guard armory over here. I don't know if you really can see where my finger's pointing, but a good bit way over there. So as you can see, if you really pay close attention, you can see some of the lights from the armory coming through the screen. So when you are setting this screen up outdoors, you want to make sure you're setting it up in an area where you don't have much light behind it because it might show up through the screen because the screen is fairly thin. So just keep that in mind. When you're setting up the screen, set it up somewhere with a darker background. Other than that, the screen quality is really good. It's not the highest quality screen out there, but it's not meant to be. It's meant to be a portable, lightweight projection screen that you could take anywhere easily. And for what that is, I'm really happy with it. Again, it's very lightweight. It's very easy to set up. It's very easy to move around. It looks really good. It's a nice size. I mean, that's a 5x9 screen, basically. It's 125 inches diagonally, but overall, it's a nice size screen. So when you're setting this up outdoors for a movie night, it's a perfect screen size. And with these projectors like this, you can hook up a Fire Stick or your phone or whatever the case may be. You can even plug in one of your TV boxes from home, and then I can go ahead and project football games up on the screen, which is really cool too. So overall, my initial impressions of this lightweight, portable, 125-inch diagonal outdoor/indoor projection screen. I'm going to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I think it's definitely worth the value. And for, again, under $80, you really can't beat it. Okay, everybody, so we are finally done. So I went ahead and showed you the unboxing of this projection screen. I showed you how to roughly put it together. I showed you how to mount it outdoors using these straps. And I showed you how the screen quality looks outdoors. And I gotta say, for under $80, I'm really happy with it. I think it's a great value. Again, it's not the highest quality screen out there, but it's not meant to be. It's meant to be a lightweight, portable, outdoor/indoor projection screen. And for what it is, for under 80 bucks, you really can't ask for anything more. It breaks down into smaller pieces so you can put it in its pouch and carry it around, so it's very portable. It's easy to set up and it's easy to take down. And as you can see, when you pair a pretty decent quality projector with it, the screen quality looks really good and I'm really happy with it. So overall, my initial impressions of this indoor/outdoor portable projection screen, I'm going to go ahead and give it a thumbs up because I think it's a great value and I'm really happy with it. So if you happen to be looking for an inexpensive outdoor projection screen for your family, you might want to consider checking out this projection screen because overall the screen quality is pretty good and it's very inexpensive. So that's it for today's video. I hope this video helps some of you out. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button and like this video. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And also do me a favor, subscribe to the channel because it definitely helps me out and I greatly appreciate it. So that's it. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. I truly appreciate you all. Thank you. And as always, see you in the next video.